In this video, I'm going to give you a little refresher on how to do cross multiplication. This is something you've learned in high school, but it might be a little fuzzy in your memory right now, so I'm just going to review it. So the idea here is that sometimes you're given some expression, and then they give you values and tell you to solve for something. But the thing that they're asking you to solve for is actually in an inconvenient location. So what I really want is an expression that says c equals something, and instead I've got an expression that says a equals b over c. So I need to use cross multiplication to create an equation of this form. So how do I do that? Well, first of all, I've got c here on the bottom, and I'd like to move it to the top so that I can eventually rearrange things to get just an expression of c equals other stuff. So how do I do that? Well, I multiply both sides of the equation by c. So I've multiplied c on this side of the equation and on this side of the equation. The reason why I want to do that is I can now cancel out the c that's in the bottom of the right-hand side of the equation. So fine, I've canceled it out. Let me rewrite my expression. What I have above is equal to c times a equals b. Great, so I have c on the top of the expression, but I've still got this inconvenient a over here, so I want to get rid of that next. The way that I do that is that I divide both sides of the equation by a, because that'll allow me to cancel out the a over here on the left-hand side. And once I've done that, I can now rewrite my expression again as c is equal to a bunch of other stuff. So now I can solve for c. I can substitute in my values and calculate my final answer. So now let's do another example where cross multiplication is needed. Let's say that we have this expression where they want us to find the value of x. So again, we want to rearrange this expression so that we've got an equation that is basically x equals a bunch of other stuff. So how do we do that? Well, as before, we look at this expression and we say, that's c, that's inconvenient. If I didn't have that there, then I would have x is equal to other things, and that's exactly what I want. So I want to move this c over to the other side. To do that, I multiply both sides of the equation by c, because that allows me to then cancel it out on the right-hand side of the equation. So let me rewrite this now. What I have above works out now to be c times a divided by b is all equal to x, and that's what I wanted, an expression for x. So now I can substitute in values and calculate my final answer.